Hi everyone, welcome to part 10 in my video series featuring the Quantum Stylist 9960. This is a video that was by special request, and in this video I will be showing you how to use the overcasting foot. I will be demonstrating the 4 coordinating stitches that are to be used with this foot, and I will be showing you a decorative way to use these stitches. So stay tuned. This is foot C, your overcasting foot. And before I show you how to install it into the machine, I want to point out a couple of features. The first one, as you can see, is this toe that sticks out of the front of the foot. Now that toe is actually a guide to guide your fabric along as you stitch. The other feature I'd like to point out is in the center. There is this little bar. And that bar, your stitches will stitch over that bar to form the overcasting stitch. This foot is installed the same way as all of your other snap-on presser feet. This is your general purpose sewing foot. First you must press the lever behind the presser bar to release that foot, and then slide your new presser foot underneath your presser bar. Lower your presser bar and it will snap right into place. Here I am at the front display of my machine, and I will be showing you each of the 4 stitches to be used with the overcasting foot. The first stitch is stitch number 9, which is a regular zigzag stitch. The next stitch is stitch 15, and this stitch is specially designed to work with your overcasting foot, and as you can see, it suggests to use foot C. The next stitch is stitch 16, and this is another special stitch designed to work with your overcasting foot. And the last stitch is stitch number 30. This is also designed to work with your overcasting foot. Now there is a special notation in your manual not to edit or change these stitches from their default settings at all for using with the overcasting foot. You don't want to risk having too wide of a stitch that the needle could come in contact with the presser foot. Here I am back at the bed of the sewing machine, and I'm ready to start the demonstration on stitch number 9, which is a basic zigzag stitch. I'm using my same polyester cotton woven, and I'm inserting my fabric into the machine. Now this little toe you want to ride right along the edge of the fabric. So align it properly and then put your presser foot down and then get ready to stitch. Now as you can see, the stitch is going over that center bar, creating the overcast stitch. That center bar is there so that your stitches don't collapse as you stitch along. The next stitch I'm going to show you will be stitch number 15. This is one of the stitches that's designed specifically to work with this overcast foot. This stitch looks very similar to a commercial or a home overlock stitch. The next stitch that I'm going to show you is stitch 16. I'm going to get my thread aligned in the back neatly. Now this is stitch number 16, and it's another stitch that is designed to work with this overcasting foot. This stitch looks more like X's as it goes along. And the last stitch that I'm going to show you is stitch number 30. And this is the last stitch built into the machine that's designed to work with the overcast foot. Stitches number 15, 16, and 30 all have a back and forth motion as they stitch. So I want you to be aware of that when you're using them. And all of these stitches, number 9 zigzag, as well as the 3 stitches that are specifically designed to work with this foot, all work well in overcasting the edges of your seams. Now another thing I'd like you to be aware of is always pull your fabric off to the back, because that little bar that's in the center has an opening that it needs to be pulled out the back. I'm going to show you how to use stitch number 30 as a decorative stitching trim. What I've done is set my machine up with 2 spools of thread threaded all the way down to the needle. Now the reason why I do this is so my decorative stitch will have more cover as it's stitching along, and it will look bolder. What I've done here is make a mock seam pressed open, and what I'm going to do with stitch number 30 is stitch straight down the center of this seam. Now what this will give me is a trim, and right now you see in fashion a lot of contrast stitching, especially in bright neon colors, and you find this a lot in activewear, and that's called flat locking, which is done on a serger. This stitch number 30 will simulate that look. The first thing you need to do is remove your overcasting foot, and I'm going to be installing foot B into the machine. And the reason why I'm using foot B is because there's a little arrow here in the front, and that arrow will follow along right on the seam as I'm sewing. Now I have my machine set up to stitch out stitch number 30. I'm going to zoom in so that you can see a little better how that arrow on the presser foot lines up with my stitching. This stitch is used a lot in Lycra and activewear, and it keeps the seam very flat, but it also gives a nice decorative look to your project. Thank you for stopping by to watch my latest video, part 10, in my video series featuring the Singer Quantum Stylist 9960. I really appreciate all the comments and all the requests, so keep them coming. Take care and have a happy creative day. Bye now.